So I wanted to go ahead and give a really short overview of what took place on my side of the story, since Michael went and had YouTube take my video down that I put up in response to his, and allowed his to stay up even though I requested for his to be taken down. So I was lured out to California by Michael, because he told me that he was interested in helping me out because I was a target individual, and blase blase blah. I was reluctant to going out just simply because he's a stranger. It's so far out from where I was at the time. I was in Kansas, Wichita, Kansas, and going out to California that's kind of a big leap. So I wasn't really thrilled about the idea because I didn't know him. I talked to him for a little bit. We began talking to each other, I believe, on a consistent level around June of last year, during the summer, where we had some consistent phone calls. We talked about our backgrounds. We talked about our religious beliefs. There was never any surprise about the fact that I didn't believe in JC. He already knew that. We had very many conversations about it. He explained to me, what his position was as far as what his beliefs were. And, we had some pretty tight, intense conversations, but outside of that, it didn't prevent us from continuing to talk. So, again, I'm letting him know that I'm looking to relocate. He tells me about this new job that he's involved in with this quote unquote other TI by the name of, oh gosh, I can't remember his handler name, but I'll get it. But he's also on YouTube, and this guy was supposed to be his boss. So the kind of work that they were doing was a little, questionable. I've never been involved in any kind of work like that before, so I was very hesitant to kind of delve into it without knowing more about it. So when he offered for me to come out, if I could help him out with his work because he was falling behind, I was okay. It was only about me coming out to visit. I knew that going out to California to live, I wouldn't be able to do because it was just way too expensive. So that was never the plan. The conversation was only about me coming out to visit. And while I'm there, I could just, I can have a little bit of shelter, a little bit of time to rest and figure out what I'm going to do and possibly have his help, on my next move. So again, the conversation was only about me coming out for a short time. It was never about a long-term deal. So when I get out, the first day, he's talking to me about the job and, how he wants me to help him get organized and whatever. And I'm okay with that. I'm cool with that. Once I was there the first night, he was just very adamant about me taking a shower. And, because, he was like, oh, you're staying in hotels. That makes me uneasy, with the whole bed bug thing, which is like, okay, fine. I guess you don't know me. I'm a very clean person, so that's not something that you got to worry about, but okay, that's fine. So we went out and we were buying supplies and things like that. So we were out pretty late. So when we got back to the apartment, it was like 4:00 in the morning. So I was like, well, I'll just, wait, take my shower the next day. He was really, really adamant about me taking the shower. So the next day, when I get up to go take the shower, I'm very, I'm very keen on my surroundings. I'm staying in a home with a guy. I don't know this person, so I'm going to take precautions. So when I went in the bathroom, there's this huge mirror and that covers the whole wall, so I turned the lights off. This is the middle of the day. So I'm showering, and once I get out of the shower, I don't know, maybe like a couple hours later, his business partner shows up. So we're all talking, we have this conversation or whatever, we get to know each other, and he's asking me these questions about, why I came out, blah, 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 blah. Everything went really well. We had somewhat of a spiritual conversation, and I think in that conversation we talked about having a little spiritual get-together as far as to talk about the Bible. In that conversation, his friend, he asked me, did I believe in Jesus? And I say no. So we get into this very deep conversation, he and myself. Jason is his name. And we're vibing. We're having a very good conversation about the fact that we both don't believe in Jesus Christ. And, he's asking me, why, and I'm asking him why. And Michael's like, he's hating this. He's really, really hating this. This is what's so interesting, is that he will try to demonize me because I don't believe in Jesus, but this man that he's working for and he's getting paid with, that doesn't believe in Jesus Christ, he's okay with that. What a believer. Thumbs up. You got so much faithfulness and so much commitment to your God, but you're willing to take that money chain bag over your belief in this God. Right. So he's visibly upset, that myself and Jason were having this conversation where we're both in the same mindset about not believing in Jesus. So he gets up, he's cursing me mostly, cussing me out, telling me to get the F out of his house, and he called us witches, and he was very disrespectful to the point where Jason gets up and leaves. So when Jason gets up and leaves, he's attacking me verbally, telling me that I'm this, disrespectful Pharisees, and, I'm a witch, and if you're a witch, get the F out of his house, and very, very psycho, just very psycho, because I don't know any, real spiritual individual who behaves that way, just because you don't agree with someone else's belief. So, of course, I'm just kind of blown away with the fact that, he's going off in this manner. At that point,